connection issue. It keeps saying try again. So maybe this is going to be one of those really, really quick ones. There is no title up there. I am running extremely late. Have you ever had a morning where you didn't even hear the alarm go off? That was me. I kept sleeping and decided, let me look at my phone to see what time it is. Yep. Alarms had already gone off. I guess I slept right on through them. I even checked to see whether or not the volume was turned up, but it was. And maybe I just needed that little extra time. I used to talk to my friend Pam, we call her Miss Pam, and she would say, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. And maybe that's what the title will be, stay in the moment. If you are running late for something, and I'm not telling those people who are chronically late, sometimes my friends will say, that's you, girl. But I'm not saying always be late to something, right? But what I'm saying is, if you know that you're usually on time to something, but for some reason you just cannot get it together and you are running late, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment, because God could have had you running late today to make you miss that accident that was going to happen on a certain street. And had you left at a certain time, you may be involved in that accident. So stay in the moment. Stay in the moment could mean when you're with your family and you're with your friends and you're looking at your watch and you're saying, oh, it's running, over time, or, oh, we've been here so long, or, yeah, we probably should leave, but you're having a great time. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment, because, and I know this is going to sound bad, but this may be your last time seeing that person. Stay in the moment. Be with that person. Enjoy that person. Don't try to rush to get out of there. Stay in the moment. You're having conversations and you're on the phone and it's late as they say, late in the midnight hour. And you're like, I have to get up earlier. Let me get off the phone. Girl, I done had you on the phone so long, I'm going to let you go. But that person still wants to continue to talk, right? And you're like, ooh, we've been talking for a good hour here. But that person just continues to talk, and continues to talk. Stay in the moment. Stay in that moment, because that person may need you at that moment. And if you get off that phone a minute before that person needs you to, it can cause some kind of consequences that you don't want to deal with. Stay in the moment. And I know sometimes it's difficult. Excuse me. I know sometimes it's difficult for us to just be patient, because I know that is something that I am working on, because I always say that I have no patience, but I'm actually working on that. I want to give whoever I'm with the best of me, the best of my time. I don't want to just give them a piece of me, right? I want to be present in the moment, right? And so this all came about because I overslept. I can't remember a time where I did not hear my alarm. I cannot remember a time where I did not hear my alarm. But I literally do not remember my alarm going off. And so I checked to make sure that it was set. I checked to make sure that I didn't turn it off. I checked to make sure that the volume was turned up. And all of those things were good. And I just had to realize that I slept through it. I overslept. So I got up and did my devotional. I still did my same routine because I had made a commitment that I would not do anything else until I did my devotionals every morning. And so I did my devotionals and sent out my messages from my devotionals, did my prayer to my son, and I'm here and I'm on my way. And like I said, I don't know the reason for it. God does. Like I said, God could have saved me for something if I would have left 10 minutes earlier, if I'd have left 5 minutes earlier, even if I would have left 1 minute earlier. God saved me from something, and I don't know what that something is, right? And some of you may be saying, girl, you're just late. You just overslept. Why are you making a big deal out of it? You just overslept. And that's okay for you to have that opinion. It's okay for you to have that opinion, but it's also okay for me to have mine. And I'm going to stay in the moment. And I'm going to believe that there was a reason. There was absolutely a reason for me oversleeping. And I'm going to tell you a quick story about staying in the moment. On this weekend, I went to Goodwill, did me a little thrift shopping, right? Because I needed to pick up some things for an event. And this lady, nice as she can be, I'm holding cups. I'm holding teacups and saucers, and she's on the other side of the aisle. And she's pointing to what she has in her hand. And I'm like, nice, right? And so she's still pointing like, look. And the design of the little mini teacups that she has were the designs and the colors of the big teacups and saucers that I have. And I'm like, oh, they match. So cool, right? So we kept talking, and she told me what she was getting ready to do, and she's helping with a tea party next weekend, and I'm helping with the tea party this weekend that's coming as well. And, you know, we kind of talked to chat to see whether or not it was going to be the same tea party. And it wasn't, of course, but when she came around to the aisle that I was on, right? And I want you to see this, because sometimes we dismiss our older people, right? We dismiss the elderlies, and we should not do that. And she was so excited, and she was helping me find mine, and I was helping her find mine. And again, see this, see me talking to her, right? See me talking to her. And it was a tea kettle, and I knew she wanted that tea kettle, right? Because she was doing a design. But that tea kettle matched exactly the patterns on my cups and saucers. And I could have grabbed it and said, no, I'm taking this too. But she wanted that tea kettle, right? And so I said, you should take the tea kettle. And she was like, really? And I said, yeah, you should take the tea kettle. And so she actually put down the little mini cups that she had, and she said, I think I'm only going to buy the tea kettle. And so I knew at that point that that particular moment meant something to her. And you know, we chatted a little bit. I told her it was really great, you know, meeting her. Never got her name, right? And so I got my teacups. I told her, thank you for helping me find the ones that I needed. She thanked me, and we went on about our business. Fast forward to Sunday, Easter Sunday, and I'm at New Beginnings Church, Pastor Al Richardson, right? Church is over, and I'm standing out in the vestibule talking to my bestie Rosalind and the family, and out walks this lady. Out walks this lady from Goodwill that I met on Saturday. Now, mind you, we ain't Goodwill in Downey. I'm in West Covina at New Beginnings, and she comes out, and we just pointed at each other, and we were like, Goodwill. And we just started laughing, and my friend was asking where we met. And I hope y'all feeling this. This is about staying in the moment and taking time out of your schedule. I could have been like, because I needed more cups, right? And I could have been rushing and said, yeah, thank you. Got to get to another store because I got to get some more cups, right? But we both took the time to help each other. And so when we saw each other, it was just, I don't know what it was. It was just crazy that we met in Downey, ended up in West Covina the next day, but she told me that she's actually doing her event in Long Beach. All different, and just God to me, right? And so we actually got each other's names, and I told her we will see each other again, right? But it's because I stayed in that moment, and I didn't rush her. But I remember my mother. My mother never met a stranger. And so whenever she was out and about, she would always make some type of connection with somebody in a grocery store or somewhere, right? And make sure her children did. I remember last story where she had us take a lady home because the lady was on the bus with her groceries. My mom didn't know her from a can of paint, but she knew that this lady did not need to be on the bus with her groceries. And she knew that if she asked her kids to take this lady home, that's what was going to happen. But I said all of that to say, please stay in the moment. Please take the time out to just give a kind word, a kind conversation to somebody that you don't know. That stranger may need you that day. That friend may need you to talk 5 more minutes with them that day. That person may need you to stay in their presence 5 more minutes. Running late for that time may have saved you from an accident. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment, my friends, because you never know what God has you or has for you in the next. So that's it for me now. Katrina and Shannon, I see that you're here. I appreciate you. Ed, I saw that you popped on. Thank you so much. There could be more, but again, I'm driving and I can't see, but I will make sure that I go back and check the comments. Thank you so much for coming on. I do appreciate all of you. I try to be on here at 7-ish every Monday through Friday, and sometimes I pop on the weekend. But thank you. Stay in the moment. I'll put all the titles up so other people can see what God gave me this morning on my ride in. But until then, have a super terrific, amazing day on purpose, because I will be watching, because we support those who believe they could but struggle with if they should. And baby, the transformation will be televised. I'm gonna chat with you guys soon because I'm staying in the moment.